in this YouTube channel initiated by Dhanvantri Modern School. Well, first of all, wish you a very happy new year to all of you. I hope you all are very fine with your family members. As you know that now we are going to start second term. So this is the first video of English subject of second term and we are going to start unit number 6. Very interesting story here we have. Here you will find a deer and a boy. The name of the boy is Jordis and that's why the name of the unit is Jordis Fowl. I know that you don't know the meaning of fowl, so that I'll give you the meaning. But before I start with this unit, I would like to just express my happiness. Well, I have to just check your papers and I am very happy to tell you that all of you have just put your all efforts in that exam, and some of your friends, the presentation of those students in exam, in essays and in English were just superb. So just continue this spirit and do practice this presentation in each and every test as well as in exam. Okay, now switch to this unit number 6. As I told you that this is very interesting unit, and this unit has been divided into 3 parts. In this video you will get part 1, and after that we'll move forward part 2 and part 3. So let's start this unit of a deer, a young deer, and animal lover means some of you are animal lover, I know that, so you will love this unit too. The moral of this unit will be discussed at the end of the story. So please keep a book with you so you can enjoy this story very well. So please keep a book. Okay, we are here on page number 86, unit number 6, and the name of the unit is This is Jordis Fowl. We don't have any hurry to complete this unit, so we'll make 3 videos of this. So in this video, we'll discuss part 1. But before I start or before I switch to this unit, I should tell you the meaning of fowl. Some of you know, but fowl means a young deer. So here I am writing these new words, as you know. It's F-A-W-N, and don't pronounce it found. It's not found. W is little bit silent here, so you can pronounce it found. And the meaning is a young deer. And Jordis is the name of main character of the story. But as you know that each and every story has here different section of before you read. So first we'll go for before you read session. Here some of the questions have been asked to you. So you have to ask this question to yourself. Let's see which are the questions given here. Often instead of rushing to the doctor to treat a small cut or burn, we find quick and effective cures using things available at home. So generally it happens with us too. Well, when we just get that injury, sudden injuries or cut or burn. So instead of going to doctor, we just start using home remedies. So which are the things you generally use to cure your injuries and to cure your cuts and burns and all. So this is before session, before you read session. Can you think of some such home remedies for this? Means here 3 questions. See, 3 questions are given, and we just need to give answer of this. Means what will you do if you find this kind of situation with you? First is a cut on your knee. Suppose you are playing volleyball or you are playing cricket and any other game, and you just get just cut on your knee. So what will you do first? Instead of going to doctor, first we'll go to kitchen and we apply that turmeric powder to cure this injury. Or we can apply any home remedies, means we can apply any cream which will help us to just stop burning and all. So that home remedies will do, or we can apply Dettol too. So for this cut on knee, we'll do that thing. Second question is a burn on your So generally what we apply when we get burn in on our arm. So generally we are advised to apply ice or to apply milk cream. So these are the home remedies for if you have burn on your arm suddenly. And last thing is a bee sting. So what would you do if you get suddenly a bee sting you? So for that, what I will do means personally I am using that when I get this bee sting, at that time I apply that soil, means that wet soil I'll apply, and that will give me that cure, or that will help me to not get that injury anymore. So personally I believe that if you get a bee sting in any of the body parts, so you can apply that wet soil on that part. So these are the home remedies you can do, or you can use these home remedies, because see here these are the remedies we can do before we go to the doctors. It doesn't mean that you should not go to doctor, but if you are alone at home and if your parents are not there, so what would you do? So you can apply these things: turmeric powder, ice, that milk cream, and wet soil. These are the three remedies, or you can say home remedies for this three situation. So why these questions are given here? That must come in our mind, because this unit is about that. That's why this before you read session has been given here. And I oftenly told you that please take this before you read session as an introductory part of the unit. So you will get more idea about the unit, means how we are going to deal, means what is there in the unit. That will be given, little bit idea will be given here in this before you read section. Now I am going to start the second paragraph of before you read. In this story, Jodi's father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. So here we have Jodi, his father, and the tragedy is Jodi's father has been bitten by a snake, rattlesnake, and that was a very dangerous thing happened to Jodi's father. He quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. So as we discussed here that home remedies, so here Jodi's father has been just bitten by that rattlesnake. So what did he do? He just quickly kills a doe. A doe means an adult female mammal. Here we have another word, that is doe. Don't pronounce doe, okay? It's doe. And doe means an adult female mammals like rabbit, deer, and kangaroo. So this kind of mammals are generally known as doe. So here we have a deer, because here his form means a young deer. So what did Jodi's father has done? What did he do? So he just kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. This is very much painful for that doe. Means to kill any mammal or to kill any animal is just opposite to law of nature. So here Jodi's father has done that, and by reading this we feel very pitiful for that deer, because but on the other hand, what is the situation? That snake has been bitten to him and he has to just save his life, and that's why he just did this. But then even I do tell that this is against the law of nature. We should not harm any animal, we should not harm any people or any person, just for the sake of our thing, just for the sake of our that remedies and all. So don't do this kind of things and don't hurt any kind of animal just for the purpose of your enjoyment and for the purpose of your remedies. There should be many options to solve the problems. accept killing any animal or just giving harm or just giving injuries to any animals, because these animals do have emotions, they do have their families and they do have their kids and all. So that's why this story is about the feelings and emotions and sensation of that deer. So here now that thing has already been happened, means that that deer had been killed by Jodi's father, and he just kills a doe and uses its heart and liver, draw out the poison, and that poison was the cure for that bitten snake. Jodi wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without a mother. So we can't see even at the that adult age or at any age we can't live without a mother. So here that young deer was there and his mother had been killed. So Jodi was wondering and Jodi was worried about that young deer, and he was continue thinking about that. Means he had concern about that young deer. So from now that story has been started. Means this episode has been ended. Means we know now what happened. That rattlesnake has bitten Jodi's father. Jodi's father has killed that deer, and that fawn, means young deer, was all alone in the forest and in the jungle. So now what happened exactly after that? That will be our story. So I am going to start part number 1 here. As I told you that we have 3 parts. So part 1, let's see. Again I am telling you, this is unit 6, page number 86. Jodi allowed his thoughts to drift back to the fawn. So now what happened before this, that we know. So now here we got one word, that is to drift back. To drift back means to go back. Means Jodi was continuously thinking about that young fawn. So third number word is to drift back, and that meaning is already given in your book. I am just writing here for your knowledge. To drift back to means to go back. To go back to doesn't mean that Jodi went back to the forest for that deer, but he was just thinking, because here see, Jodi allowed his thought to drift back to the fawn. Means we are talking about the thinking process of Jodi. So Jodi was thinking about that young deer. He could not keep it out of his mind. Means he couldn't concentrate on anything, because he was thinking about that young fawn. He was thinking that what would that fawn what would they do, and who will feed that young fawn and all. He had held it in his dreams, in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. So he was very much in pain, mental pain we can say, and he couldn't concentrate on anything. So he just went to his father's bed. His father was not that much recovered. So he just went to there and he wanted to talk with his father. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. Pupils, you know that is a part of our eye. So his father was lying on the bed. He was still not cured, and but he could talk with Jodi. So Jodi just sat there, and that eyes of his father were still dark and dilated. Here dilated word is given. Dilated means very large, and large we can say. That is also given. Dilated means enlarge, and enlarge means to make large. Jodi said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" So here we have the conversation between Jodi and his father. So Jodi is asking something to his father, and he asked that, "How are you feeling, Pa?" Means he asked that if his father was feeling well or not. "Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere, but wasn't it a close shave? So his father replied that he was fine, and he was just telling him that it was like a death, means that beating rattlesnake. Just father got idea at that time. Father got idea that he was going to die soon. So he was telling that old death has gone thieving somewhere else. But wasn't it a close shave? Here we got another word, that is a close shave. And the meaning of close shave is a narrow escape, which is already given. So number 5 is a close shave. And meaning has been given there, then even I am writing here, a close shave means a narrow escape. Escape means to run away, means death just ran away from Jodi's father. Well, Jodi here replied that I agree. Penny said, Penny is the name of his father. I am proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed. It means Penny means his father replied that, and his father praised Jodi. Means praised that Jodi cared a lot to his father. Means he just pampered his father, and he just was there. He was there as always to just help his father. That's why his father praised Jodi's all the efforts. And he was telling that your all the efforts were just commendable. And what did he do? Let's see. So his father said, I'm proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed. Means whatever Jodi has done for his father was absolutely needed at that time. So that's why he was praising him. So here we got another word, that is kept your head. Kept your head means stayed calm in a difficult situation. Means that situation was very much difficult. Father got snake bitten and father was just going to die. But at that time Jodi just used his presence of mind and he just did best of him. That's why father was praising him. Here this kept your head word will be written here very soon. But before that you have some time to note down these 5 words. So please note down these 5 words. After that I will go for this new word. Please note down. So we go for number 6 new word, that is given on page number 86, and that is kept your head. Kept your head, the meaning is stayed calm in a difficult situation. Now come to page number 87. Pa, yes son, Pa, do you recollect the doe and the fawn? Means that the doe has been killed by the father because he wanted to cure himself. So here Jodi just asked his father that if he just recollected about that foe and that young deer. Well, I can never forget them. The poor doe served me that certain. And father was not ungrateful. He just told that he was very grateful for that poor doe who saved his life, because those liver and heart, they just use those things to save themselves. That's why father was very grateful for that doe. Pa, the fawn may be out there yet. It might be hungry and very scared. Now what happened? That doe had been killed. Means mother had been killed. Now that the young deer was all alone in the jungle or in the forest. So Jodi was concerning, means he was saying his father that young deer was all alone in the forest, and he might be very hungry, and he might be very scared because his mother was not all over him. And why that mother was not there? Because Jodi's father had killed him. I suppose so. Pa, I am a big boy now and don't need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn? Very much concern that Jodi just showed for that young deer. Jodi just told that now he was young boy and he didn't need to drink milk. And that why he suggested his father that he should go to jungle and he should find out that young deer, and that milk of him should be given to that young deer and bring it here. And he just gave one another idea that he wanted to bring that deer at his home and raise it. Another thing he was ready is he wanted to raise that young deer too. See, that young deer was too young to be alone in the forest, and Jodi had that kindness, that kind heart toward that young deer, and that's why he was telling these things to his father. Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. Means his father didn't give any answer. His father just stayed calm, and his father was staring to ceiling, and he was thinking something. Boy, you have got me hemmed in. So now he replied. What did he say? He just said that he was thinking about the same situation. Means he was thinking that young deer should be kept to their house. Here we got one idiom, that is got me hemmed in. So hemmed in meaning has been given here, and the meaning is caught in a situation where one can't say no. Means his father was so much concerned about that deer, so he couldn't say no to Jodi. So another meaning is hemmed in, another word which is also given. Hemmed in means caught in a situation where one can't say no. Means in such situation we can find in our life too. Means we can't say no to somebody. Means something, some good things, we can't say no to them or that situation. So here the same thing happened with Jodi's father. His father couldn't deny or couldn't reject the idea of bringing that young deer to home and to raise it. It won't take much to raise it, Pa. I'll soon start eating leaves. It will soon start eating leaves and acorns. So Jodi again just added something. That father, that it will soon start. It means here that young deer. Means that young deer would start eating leaves and acorn. Acorn means small brown nuts. Another word we got, that is number 8. Acorns, small brown nuts. Means see, first of all he just gave idea that he would give his milk to that young deer. After that he just told that it would not take much time, because it would soon start. It means that the young deer would soon start eating leaves and those brown nuts. You are smarter than boys of your age. Means the age doesn't mention here, but that father told that Jodi was very much smart. Means smarter than the age of boys of him. We took it we took its mother and it wasn't to blame. Means we took its mother means they just killed his mother, and we are not blaming him. And that father is telling, surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. So father is telling that it would be ungrateful if we would not help that young deer. So if we would leave him starve in the forest, then it would be very ungrateful to us. So we should he just told Jodi that you should go to there in the jungle and just catch that young deer. Now please turn the page. We are on page number 88. Can I ride back with Millville and see if I can find it? So he now proposed to use that Millville. So the Jodi told that he would ride that Millville and he could find that young deer. Tell your ma I said you can go. Means father told that now just inform your mother that father has given permission to go to find that young deer. He sidled back to the table and sat down. His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. So now Jodi was very happy and he just went to tell this thing to his mother, and his mother was at that time at dining table and she was pouring coffee for everyone. Here we got one word, that is sidled back. Sidled back means walked back quietly, trying not to be noticed. Another word is sidled back, number 9. And the meaning is walked back quietly, trying not to be noticed. So here 9 words have been written. Again you have some time to note down these things. Please you note down this thing. After that we'll go for another portion. Please note down. Okay students, so this is for today's video. We should stop here. Now it's time to give you homework. And your homework is, as you know, we have written here, means you have been taught here 9 new words. So you have to write those new words in your book. So write in your book. Okay, that homework will be checked at the opening of group, and let's see what we will decide. Means if you are told to post your homework in the group, then group will be opened as our decided time. Okay, another thing means that second portion or that another part will be discussed in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.